Well, guys, as always, appreciate you guys being here. And we're back in a kind of a normal Saturday, another Saturday game, kind of in that rhythm. But guys, always appreciate you guys taking time to come hear about our team. Thank you, Jesus, for the opportunity to coach this team, man. So blessed to be a part of this organization. And I love these kids. I love this team, man. We still got a long way to go and a lot of growth to happen. But that's the awesome part about being a coach is the opportunity to have an impact, right? The opportunity to see a young man grow every single day. And trust me, me included. Me and our staff included. We played 3 games. We've learned a lot about ourselves, but we still got a lot to improve on, right? We've learned a lot, but we still got a lot to grow in. So that's going to be the big push for our team this week. But talking about the game on Saturday night, man, I'm proud of our team battling. You know, I met with our leadership group here earlier today and talking about that. I always ask them, what do we learn? What do we learn? That's my first question after every game. What do we learn? And we learned that we can respond to adversity, right? That's what I think we learned a lot about our team on Saturday. Doesn't mean we're perfect at it yet, right? We had a game 1 where we didn't. Game 3 where I feel like we did a much better job, right? Second play of the game, starting quarterback goes out. Then defense goes on the field, gets a touchdown, scored on them really quick. And we are at an opportunity as a team, like, what are we going to do? And so proud of Max Cupworth coming in, leading our offense on a touchdown drive. Defense gets a stop, right? So our guys responded the right way. There's still a lot of other times in the game that we a lot to improve on. Obviously, I know defensively we give a lot of yards, right? There's a lot of things in this game we got to continue to look at and grow in. But proud of how our guys were able to respond. Proud of how our offense was able to establish a run game. That's something that is a DNA part of our team. Proud of them. I thought Maddox, talk about just an absolute warrior. That's who he is. Wrapped his leg up, found a way to play this game because he's a tough competitor and he loves his team. It ain't about what's best for Maddox. It's about what's best for the team, and that showed on Saturday. Proud of our guys stepping up. I thought our O-line tight ends did a really good job. It was awesome to get Matt Lauder that touchdown on his birthday, which is really cool. We got Matt Lauder and Matt Wagner, same birthday on the same day, which is crazy. So I found that out on the game like this. Wow, how did I miss this last season? We call them the Matts. The Matts had the same birthday, so it was cool to see him get a touchdown. Both those guys have been playing really well. I thought Latrell Caples had a really, really good game too, man. Really consistent, blocked his tail off, had some huge third down catches. Just really proud of his leadership too and where he's continued to grow too. Obviously, running back wise, all 3 of them played really well. Dylan Riley, no one deserves it more. At the end of the day, practices his tail off, man. Practices his tail off, and for him to be able to be explosive the way he is. And once again, that's a product of also the offensive line, tight ends, receivers, doing a really good job getting him free. But so proud of Dylan. I thought Malik inside both played really well too. So we got a really good problem on our hands to be able to continue to figure out the touches and who we're going to get the ball to, because all 3 of them have done a really good job. Defensively, although we gave up a lot of yards, way too many points, all those things, and I'm with everybody saying that, they played really, really hard. And when I watched the game on live and then watched it on the airplane coming back, proud of the effort and mentality our defense played with. Hats off to Air Force. They gave us a lot of different looks. There's some things we messed up schematically. We need to have better adjustments, and we didn't. That's on us as coaches. But our guys played really, really hard. Now we just got to make sure we're consistent to do our job every single snap. Gave up way too many 3rd and longs against the team. Now, honestly, it's really hard to get to 3rd and long, and we lost those as a defense, which then led to long drives and obviously touchdown scores. But our guys played really, really hard. Ty Benefield, Marco Notarini played extremely hard, very productive, played their tail off. I thought our front played really well too. Hats off to Braxton Feely and Jaden Virgin Morgan. Those 2 guys were war daddies on Saturday night, and we needed them to be. And proud of Bowen Phelps coming in and playing a huge role for our defense on Saturday night and did a really good job. So, and looking at special teams, Colton Boomer, I don't know, how many kicks we have? 8? I can't do the math right now. 7? And those touchbacks were deep, right? That's a huge part, man. I told our team, let's not lose sight of how impactful that is in regards to field position. We've been on the other side of it where we're covering kickoffs every single down, and obviously gave one to the house up last season. That's a huge part of field position. Oscar and our punt team doing a really good job flipping the field. Where we need to grow is our coverage units. We talked about that a week ago. I think we're close. But we got to buy into our punt return and our kickoff return and really create field position. And we didn't kick any field goals on Saturday night, but we did a really good job with PATs, which we missed one a couple weeks ago. So I've never taken a PAT for granted either. Colton Boomer and our protection did a good job. So a lot of things to grow in from the game. Proud of how our team responded and proud of where we're growing to. We obviously got a huge opponent coming to the Blue this Saturday night. Now we're going to need Bronco Nation every bit of their juice Saturday night. I know the game's been sold out for a while. and that's a testament to our fan base. Cannot wait to get on the blue and see them. But before we even talk about App State, man, my heart hurts for the passing of Coach Clark, man. He was a long-time head coach there, and he passed away a few days ago. Man, my heart goes out to his wife, his family, his kids, and I know I can only imagine. I know App State and their fan base and their coaches and players that know him are sad too. So my heart goes out to him and his family and going through this loss. App State's a really good football team. Coach Loggins has done a really good job, even in the short time he's been there. I mean, Coach Loggins is a long-time NFL coach, had a ton of success. I mean, their quarterback coach, Coach Peyton Manning at the Indianapolis Colts, schematically, they are going to attack you offensively. Coach Loggins, the play caller, runs the whole thing. I mean, they're going to give you tempo, shift, motion, formation adjustments, 11, a lot of 12 too. Like, they've got a talented roster that is going to attack you offensively. And we know with a bye week, they're going to have everything for us to defend defensively. We got to be ready for that. And we got to play really hard. I think their quarterback can make all the throws. I mean, they've had a couple turnovers in these games. Outside of a couple turnovers, I mean, this team should be undefeated. I mean, very talented, and we know they're going to travel really well, and they know they're hungry to come in and beat the Broncos. So think the world of what they do offensively. Defensively, play extremely hard too. Do a good job taking the ball away. I think their front seven creates a lot of chaos. Their D-line have a couple transfers there, and a couple guys that have been there that play really hard, create a lot of chaos. And their linebacking core, man, physical. They fit run schemes really well. Their secondary does a good job disguising and playing off each other, and they're going to be really sound. Special teams-wise, they got a returner that plays offense as well, number 15, that is explosive. I mean, one of the fastest dudes on the field, and they're going to pick their shots too. I mean, they're going to fake it. They're going to have a lot of stuff for us to defend and go against. So we got our hands full in all three phases. Like I said, Coach Loggins does a phenomenal job, especially with the bye week. I know they're going to have a lot of really good things to attack us with, and in all three phases, we got to be ready. We know they're a talented team. I believe in our team too. It's going to be a great matchup Saturday night, and can't wait to get to work.
You mentioned after the game you weren't, sure of the full extent of Maddox's injury. Is there any update you can share on that?
Yeah, he's banged up. I mean, he's for sure banged up. He's sore, but obviously we're planning on him playing this week. But he's banged up. He's a warrior, and we're going to see where he's at.
Is that a case of, is he going to need any extra kind of rehab, or be careful?
Oh, absolutely is. Yeah, he absolutely. I mean, he's been living the training room since the end of the game. He's a warrior, and he's going to be battling to make sure he can play this game. But he's beat up, but he's a soldier.
What was that like? A few minutes like for you guys to figure that out during the game? Because Maddox is a very important part to this team,
yeah.
And just kind of seeing the nature of what happened probably was like a scary moment there for you guys. So what was that communication like? When did you guys figure out Max is actually going to push this thing and try to do this?
Yeah, I mean, second play of the game when your quarterback goes down, especially with a lower leg injury, and it didn't look good. I mean, even looking back at the jumbotron, I mean, it didn't look good, right? And Maddox is a tough dude. When he's in pain, he's in pain. I mean, he's one of the toughest dudes on our team, and I mean, it was a very interesting moment for our team because even as the head coach, trying to make sure that I keep our guys focused, but they love Maddox too. I mean, Maddox is a guy not only because he's the starting quarterback and he's a really good player, he's a phenomenal teammate. So when he's in pain, you better believe the whole rest of his teammates are in pain and hurting for him. Let alone just how's that going to affect our team on the field. Heart goes out to him going through that, right? So. And then when you go 3 and out, and then on the flip side, defense gives up a quick touchdown. And it's like, all right, Max, you're up. And I remember looking at Max before we took the field and just unflinching. He's like, I got it. That's exactly what I got it. When I'm called on, I got it. And we went out there and went on a great touchdown drive. I mean, he got smoked on a boot, popped right up, unflinched. I mean, I think that shows our fan base that we got a good backup quarterback. I think there's been a lot of question marks on if we do. I mean, we believe in Max. Obviously, I think Maddox is one of the best quarterbacks around, but I believe in our backup quarterback, and that's the reality of college football is everybody's got to be ready to carry the flag, from the quarterback to the backup D lineman to the backup receiver corner. And I was proud of Max doing that. But in that moment, those are those moments that you can talk about. You can say, hey, what if this happens? But you really don't know how your team's going to respond until they actually go through that fire. And I'm proud of how our team responded. And I think we can learn a lot from it. But those moments that, I'm not even going to lie to me, I mean, underneath my breath, I had some conversations with my Lord and Savior on that sideline. I can promise you that.
He came back. It looked like he grabbed his helmet, and you guys still had the ball. When then he went back there and started running. I mean, was he trying to prove that he was good enough to go back in, or were you wanting to let Max finish that drive? Or?
Yeah, we got a lot of protocols, BJ. Obviously, we are our training staff does a phenomenal job. Jeremy Bush and our entire training staff. So there's a lot of protocols that it ain't just when a player says I'm ready that we got to go through. And obviously for me, in game, going through it, I get told what happened, and then we'll keep you updated. And then right when the drive was over, I can't remember exactly when they told me that Maddox is going to be back up. I think we were on defense after the touchdown drive. But there's a lot of protocols we go through to make sure we're putting our players in a good spot.
Pre-injury and post-injury, Maddox showed a lot of poise in the pocket and had great pocket presence. So what did you see just in that aspect of him?
Yeah, he's a tough football player, man. I mean, you get hurt, go through that, and then take some time to get it wrapped up, get everything ready for your lower leg, and go back out there and still stay in the pocket and deliver big-time throws in a game that we were obviously in a huge battle with, which we knew was going to be the case. That's a testament to who he is as a competitor.
What's the plan for the running back room?
Yeah.
And obviously, it's probably going to change week to week, game to game. But even inside that, what's the working plan?
Yeah, great question, Prayer. I mean, we're still working on that right now. I mean, like I said, we so proud of what Dylan was able to do on Saturday night. Like I said, I think Malik and Sy did a really good job too. We got to continue to look at ways. Who's going to get the ball in situations? What do these reps look like? How are we going to rep them? I don't have that answer right now. It's a good problem to have, but we're going to work on that through Tuesday, Wednesday practice to see. We put a premium on what we do in practice. I mean, even Sy, we think the world of Sour Gaines. He wasn't able to practice. Was banged up. Was able to starting Thursday, right? But got less reps than Dylan and Malik, so he got less reps in the game. And we put a premium on what you do in practice. So we're still working through it. Obviously, it's something that we're going to continue to look on to make sure that we're clear with our running backs to know who's getting the ball. And then obviously we're going to play the hot hand too.
Will Sider, is he limited this week?
No, he's ready to roll. He was ready to roll in the game. It's just didn't practice a lot, right? And so that's one of those things is when you got Dylan and Malik that practiced a lot and did a really good job, they're going to get the majority of the load. He's 100% ready to roll.
How much better was the line? Because it looked to me like when they broke the line, it looked like there were more holes this week than the previous two.
Yeah, I mean, guys, we have a veteran offensive line that we'll hang our hat on, no question, right? I mean, we got to be more consistent. The biggest thing offensively is we gotta eliminate the sins, right? We talk about that self-inflicted negatives. There's a drive where we have a false start holding penalty in a row. You can't win if we don't get those things fixed, right? So we got to clean that. That's not just the O-line. We had a illegal formation on play. There's a lot of stuff discipline-wise we got to make sure we continue to fix. When guys play hard, that's going to happen sometimes, but we got to make sure we improve the self-inflicted negatives. But our offensive line, man, that's the heartbeat of our team. That's the heartbeat of our team. That's the mentality of our team. And I believe in our offensive line. I believe in how they're trained. I believe in what we're going to be able to do offensively because of them. And I think that was able to be shown in this game.
Do you kind of, with how different Air Force's offense is, I mean, do you kind of, not to say excuse some of the past defense issues, but I mean, is it just different than to look at it compared to the other games? And I mean, how do you, I mean, you're 86th in pass defense right now, and you faced, an FCS team and a triple option team. How do you look at where the pass defense is?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, we've talked about stats are for losers, and I always want to make sure that we look at the things that matter for our team to grow. There were things in the game that we have to fix fundamentally and technically. The reality of it is, though, different than when someone's just watching the game. You got to play certain coverages to defend what we're seeing for a triple option, right? So you're not able to maybe have some adjustments or switch ups that you're needed. Now, there are multiple pass plays on Saturday night, BJ, that we did not execute correctly. So I'm not by any means taking away from the fact that being the 86th in pass is good. It's not. And we have to fix it. But it's not what I would assume maybe some of our fan base see that, well, they should just do this. As a defense, you have to defend Air Force very different than defending another offense, and so you're only able to play certain coverages. We got to make sure we're more disciplined in some of the, especially later in the game, we know they're going to pass it. We had some busts, and that can't happen. Early in the game, some of the things that we were able to lose, there's some schematic attacks that we got that we have to play better, but it's just the reality when you're playing a team that can run the ball the way they can.
But looking at the bigger picture, Spencer, I mean, going back even to last year, we've asked you this question several times, and it's kind of a common theme.
Mm-hmm.
What are you seeing in terms of looking at the big picture of this issue that keeps coming up or doesn't go away?
Yeah. At the end of the day, and I agree with what you're saying, Brad, I mean, you have things football-wise that you're always going to work to grow in, right? And when you have a team that is going to go against an Air Force that is going to run the football consistently, you have to find a way to stop the run, right? Which we did, and then there were some things that they showed us that we didn't fit great, and we were able to give explosive run plays. But for the DNA of what they did, we spit that really, really well. there's going to be some things in the back end that are going to be hard. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the fact that we have to grow our pass defense, guys. And yes, I said it last year, Mike. We said it in the offseason. We said it is not something that we do not know as a defense. Not only as the head coach, our defensive coordinator will say the same. Our defensive back coach will say the same. But there's always a lot more than meets the eye, and there's a lot more there than just stats. That does not, like I said, run away from the fact that there's a lot we need to improve on. I believe we have more than enough in regards to the players. We got to make sure we do our job consistently, and that is what we're going to really continue to work on this week. For me, it's all about it's all about us growing week to week, right? I mean, guys, there is a lot in all three phases. No different. I mean, you look at an offense that scored 49 points. There's a lot on film. We need to make sure we grow in offensively too, right? So just because of a stat doesn't mean that that's how we see if we've got it figured out or not, right? We give up 500 yards offense. There's some good stuff we did on defense though, but there's still a lot that we need to fix. And I believe in our coaches. I believe in our players. We got to make sure that we can consistently do our job in the back end and in the front end to make sure we eliminate some of the explosive plays we got.
And with the stats, though, I mean,
Yep.
App State comes in number 3 passing
Yep.
offense in America. What
Come
are we
on.
seeing there?
No question. I mean, if I'm App State and I'm watching the Boise State Broncos, I'm thinking we're going to go feast, as they should, right? And then now it's our challenge as a defense, as an offense, as special teams. We got to make sure we're ready. And that's the reality of college football. That's what you love about this game is come Saturday night, it ain't going to be, well, what about this? What about this? We have to go line up and play against one of the best passing offenses. And honestly, total yards are one of the best offenses in the nation. And that's going to be my challenge to our defense. Hey, this is where you're ranked. This is where they are. Put the ball down Saturday night. And that's what we got to work to get ready to play.
2 other games, they've had at least 50 passing attempts, too.
Yeah.
What are you seeing in the passing attack?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, Coach Loggins does a, and I don't say this lightly. This isn't just coach speech before we play somebody. Done a lot of research just on him and what he's one of the best I've seen that can schematically attack you from a coverage standpoint, right? So he's going to see coverages we play, and he's, especially with a bye week, he's going to have his answers to attack what we do coverage-wise. And we got to be ready. We got to play with great fundamentals and techniques. We got to make sure we have our adjustments too, which we will, and we got to be on the attack. And same thing. They are an elite passing team. They also do a really good job with their run game and RPOs and find ways to put you in conflict in 11 and 12. But then it's not just our DBs covering on Saturday night. We got to do a really good job with our front, making sure we get Swan off bounds.
They just give up 62 yards a game on the ground, so what's their defense?
Yeah, I like their front seven. I was talking to our coaches earlier. I really like their front seven. I mean, their D line is disruptive. They are getting off the rock, and I think their linebackers fit really well. I mean, they're very sound. They do a good job disguising looks and pass coverage too. Their front seven is disruptive, and our O-line, tight ends, tailbacks, they got their work cut out for them.
What do you see in Swan's mechanics?
Yeah, I mean he's got an NFL arm. I mean he can make all the throws, either RPO. There's some design runs for him which he can take off and gain first downs for 100%, but he can make all the throws. I mean he's got a big time arm. And he puts that on film. I mean, he's got a really good group of receivers too, and a good group of tight ends to throw the ball to. But he's one of those guys that he can make the throw from the far hash wherever he's got to get it to. So we got to do a really good job with our coverage.
Three games in, like your guys' approach at nickel has been different, like all 3 games.
Yeah.
And Mickey plays 1 snap the first game, Tundum second game, doesn't play third game. Bowen, I think he played every defensive snap last
Yep.
game.
He did.
How does that work in how does it show your versatility, I guess, at that position?
Yeah. Each week it's our job as coaches in all 3 phases to see how are we going to use our personnel the best, offensively, defensively, special teams. And each week we do that. Now, I know our defensive coaches right now are looking at to see how are we going to use our personnel this week to attack App State. And I mean, Jade Mickey is a guy that I got a lot of respect for. I mean, he goes from playing, to your point, a ton of snaps against Eastern Washington, started the game, earned it. Then he goes play in the Air Force where he doesn't play 1. But when he goes on special teams, he's still working his tail off. That shows that he cares about the team. And I know he's going to have a much bigger role this week.
I think David Latu only got 5 snaps. Was that just a game plan thing, or was he?
Yeah, game plan thing. I know he got a little bit banged up in the game too, but we'll continue to see where he's at. I know after the game they said he's all good. We just, in that game, man, our front, especially our D-line, I mean, Brax played almost every snap of that game, which is hard to do, but there is a speed at which you got to play when you play Air Force that if you're not mirroring the way you need to, I mean, you're not gonna be able to play. So I mean, he got a little bit banged up in the game, but I know we had to continue to play the hot hand, and proud of our guys that did.
You know,
Second,
Johnny seemed like he was in almost every single play. Between his physicality, communication, leadership, just how big is it to have a guy like that for this defense?
Huge. I mean, Marco Notarini is a huge leader of our defense. Not even just our defense, our entire team. I mean, I mean, if we can get our entire team playing as hard as Marco Notarini does every single snap, how much he preps, that's going to give us. I mean, we're going to be really, really hard to beat. I mean, he's a guy that loves his team. I mean, battles through. I mean, I tell people, please just watch the tight copy of what the front seven goes through when they're playing triple option, especially the D-line, that linebacker. It's an absolute bloodbath out there. And he never wavered. I think he played every single down.
He did.
And that's Marco, man. Loves the team. I mean, him, like I said, Ty Benefield, relentless on Saturday night. Wasn't perfect, but, man, flying around, playing with doubt. We need to continue to build. And I think we did take a step in that defensively.
Speaking of Ty, some of those hits, just how excited did that make the sidelines?
Oh, fired up. But, I mean, you guys kind of, I mean, how does Ty Benefield practice? Elite. That's what I tell you. Like, Marco Notarini, how does Marco practice? Elite. Like, it's not Jaden Virgin Morgan. Watch him practice. Braxton Feely. And that's my testament to our team. There's going to be, just as you go through a season, with guys that want a bigger role, practice like that. I talk to NFL scouts about Ty Benefield. I'm like, guys, just watch him practice. And every time after practice, they're like, Coach, that dude practices at a different level. Absolutely does. And then you watch Saturday night when I'm a safety, I'm playing Air Force, and those guys are in tough situations, flying around. Physical, making plays, got interception. Once again, wasn't perfect. It never is. But you solve everything with how hard you play and the mentality you play with. And that shows with Ty Benefield.
What's the game said, dude? Look at the reaction of everybody when Dylan scores.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring up the guy that wore 2 last year, but I do think one of his best superpowers was how much everybody on the team loved him.
Yep.
How do you earn that, and how much does it mean? Because it seems like Dylan has that.
Yeah. I mean, it takes time. It takes a team that consistently watches you, Jay, and sees what you're about, right? And I think that obviously happened with Ashton, right? Where guys saw, yeah, this guy's got a lot of hype, but he's also the one where no one's going to outwork him on Tuesday, Wednesday practice. So that built the trust, and not even just in practice. Talk about the offseason too, right? I think what Dylan's been able to do, he's only a true sophomore, right? What he was able to do as a true freshman, how he's able to work this offseason, and then go through the horrific time of losing his father, and still come back in the summertime, train, run decks, never miss a day of fall camp. His team was like, oh yeah, that's one of our dudes. We got his back. And so when he scored, he's a team guy. And I can say the same for Saturday games. I can say the same for Malik Sherrod. Like, our guys see what they do and how they're all in. And so when they score, you can't wait to celebrate with them because they know you love them, they love you. And that's what I talked to our team Friday night about, was the foundation of Boise State is the brotherhood. Every person I've ever talked to that's an alum of this football program says what makes Boise State different is the brotherhood. Not the facilities, the blue field, the other, like, it's that. And that's what Dylan Riley shows. Sarah Gaines, Malik Sherrod, some of the other guys we've been talking about, is they pour into this foundation, which is the team.
What do you make of the new helmets for this week?
Yeah, it took me a while painting them, BJ. I was homeschooled, so I can do that kind of stuff, But no, I mean, I think it's awesome, man. I mean, when we showed it to the team, I don't know, Coach showed them a couple weeks ago. They got fired up, which for me, anything to get our players having some fun and getting fired up gets me excited. But I think they're awesome. I mean, especially just a testament to the state, which we really believe that the blue is the front door to this state. I think it's awesome. I know a bunch of our players are going to want them. I'm sure a bunch of supporters are going to want them. And I'm also fired up that we're in all blue.
How familiar were you with Armando Villarreal's work before all this?
Not at all. Yeah, not at all. But whatever he's done to date, he's done a phenomenal job with his helmet. And I get asked, like, I had nothing to do with this helmet. I'll make sure everybody's clear. They showed it to me, and I said, that looks cool. And then I moved on, right? I got a lot of great staff that do a lot of amazing things so we can focus on what we're doing. And that was a phenomenal idea. But I can take absolutely zero credit for any of it.
The 208 logo, too, with the Broncos logo,
Yes.
you like that?
Awesome. No, I mean, when they first showed it, even looking at the pictures, it was awesome. Then when I saw it in real time, when they were able to give us an actual replica of it, I mean, that's one of the... I'm going to go on a limb and say it's the best helmet in college football. And I don't know if a lot of people will debate that with me. They can. You can email Jeremiah Dickey at boisestate.edu, but it's big time.
Did you guys switch to taking Mondays off?
No, we Sundays.
Oh.
Yep. Today's a work day for us. Yep. It's Sundays for our players are off. Yep. Same as last season.
I mean, is Dylan Riley, is he RB1 now? Maybe not to the effect that the guy was last year, but there was a clear order with the backfield last year. Does Dylan Riley kind of separate himself like he's the focal point of this offense?
Yeah, John, I mean, similar to what Prater said, we're still working through that. I mean, guys, like I said, I cannot be more proud of what Dylan Riley was able to do on Saturday night, and that was earned and deserved. But we still think the absolute world of Sire game from Malik Sherrod. So that's us as staff, JMO, Coach Potter, myself, looking at seeing how we're going to look at these touches and how we're going to get our three guys rolling. Because he did a phenomenal job Saturday night, but I also really, truly believe in Sire games, Malik Sherrod as well.
Prater and then Jay, I think, penalties can be kind of weird. Obviously, 11 in the first half.
Way too much.
One in the second half. Can you talk about that at halftime?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
What was that conversation like?
Yeah, I mean, way too many penalties, Prater. I mean, it's been the most penalties we've had in half. I couldn't even tell you, but a long time. And just like anything, we got to fix them. Especially the ones that we have to make sure are the pre-snap penalties, right? The false starts, some of those things like can't happen. Some of them are bang that we got to teach better, right? Roughing the passer or not, like those are things we got to make sure we teach. But our guys are playing hard. I'm not ever really overly frustrated with those. We got to teach it and make sure they don't happen. But the pre-snap penalties are the ones that kill you, and obviously the personal fouls. We didn't really have any true personal fouls that show a complete lack of discipline like we've had game one. But way too many penalties, man. We're playing behind the sticks. We're giving up first downs defensively. So it's a point of emphasis. We've talked to the team, and we had a long talk to the staff to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Spencer, there were a while, there was at one point in time you guys had to beg students to almost come to the team and fill out that student section. And you guys have sold out the student section within an hour. All the tickets were claimed for the second straight home game. What does that mean for you guys?
I mean, I'm very open. I mean, I really, truly believe, and I know App State's going to try to put this to the test always, which as they should. I believe we have the best fan base in the nation. I mean, I talk to a lot of head coaches that are in the off season. Yeah, man, we're working our tail off to hopefully get people out and get the students excited. And I'm like, I don't think about that 1 second. I know the second that ball gets put down on the blue, that place will be rocking. Our students will be there loud. They'll stay there. I mean, I am so thankful for Bronco Nation, our students, and our fan base. I mean, I really believe it's the greatest fan base in the country.
And Sean, I think you had one already. And that's it. You good? Anyone else? Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.